What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. So, Dr. Umar, right? Dr. Umar Johnson. Y'all know Dr. Umar going through some shit right now. I made a couple of videos on Dr. Umar. But today I saw a video by a brother named, what his name? I wrote it down. Marquette Devon Burton. He is a real estate broker. He buys distressed properties. Came on YouTube. He got a big channel over there. Came on YouTube. Offered Dr. Umar $40,000 to pay the lien on his, on the school, the FDMG Academy. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Now, this $40,000 he offered him, he said he'll cut the check right now, but, of course he got to walk through it, see what's happening, do a proper inspection, call in a real inspector. He going to do his due diligence. I mean, he ain't going to just hand a motherfucker $40K without crossing his T's and dotting his I's. He ain't going to do that. I wouldn't do that. But to me, it's a way for somebody to come along and offer Dr. Umar some real help. Instead of all of these people jumping on his back and jumping on his neck like that. Somebody coming along and offering Dr. Umar some real help instead of just this constant criticism. Because Dr. Umar is not going to open his school. All the negativity that was put out there assured that he wasn't going to open his school. He mismanaged the funds that was donated to him. He guilty of all that shit. Okay? If that's what really happened, And I feel like now it's time to get off his neck a little bit. Because the whole seemed like black YouTube community is having fun and celebrating his downfall. Now, I said myself, Dr. Umar, you need to stand down. You need to go head on and get you a regular job for a little while. Maybe come back later and reinvent yourself. Because me and none of the people I listen to can really dispute anything in his message. All they keep talking shit about is he scammed a bunch of people out of some money. This brother coming along offering him this $40K. Well, hopefully it would kind of rescue the money that's already been donated so that he can further along. Apparently he can move further along. Apparently there's more than one building. And Mr. Burton here, according to what he said on YouTube, on his channel, a few minutes ago I listened to it, only wants to control one of the buildings. Because like I said, he buys distressed property. And clearly, FDMG Academy is distressed. So if Dr. Umar want to save his name and his reputation, what's left of it already, if you want to salvage what's left of his reputation, he'll take that deal. I think the ball is in his court now. Because these good white folks is starting to talk about it. And this is all the fuck they needed. Was for one of the people who they think is our leader, because he's not our leader. One of those people who they think is our leaders is having a difficult time right now. And everybody seemed to be rejoicing in it. So I heard this dude get on YouTube this morning and say some shit like, now I can't quote him word for word, but he said words to the effect of, he wants to get a hold of FDMG Academy. And he said something about bringing a bunch of Mexicans in and they could have it up and running in a few weeks. Well, given the way the immigration and deportation uh, program is going. I don't know where he's going to find the Mexicans at, but I'm going to leave that part alone. He also said that he would take it and bulldoze the whole property and leave a big pile of rubble there. And he said that he would hire a black sculptor to come along and create a monument, a big black toilet. And he said so Mexicans can come and shit in it. And it would symbolize black failure. That's what he said, the white dude. So now you got the white boys involved in it. Because, you know, they always listening to our shit and checking out what we saying. But now you got them talking shit about Dr. Umar. And, you know, it's like you got a fucked up cousin. You can talk about your fucked up cousin, but can't nobody else talk about him. That's how I feel about Dr. Umar. We can talk about him, but can't nobody else say nothing. You know, because I can go right down the list of fucked up white boys that I could talk about who call themselves leaders. You know what I mean? And podcasters and shit. I can go right down the list of them. But, yeah. So I think it's time for us as black people and people who come on here and give our opinion and talk our shit to back the hell up off of Dr. Umar. You're one. Ain't gonna be no school. He's been found out to, you know, not be what he says he is. I ain't heard nobody yet say nothing about his message, though. His basic message. Because they can't. Because I've been around long enough to know that the shit he talked about in his message is basically true. Because I hit the glass ceiling. You know what I mean? I've had doors slammed in my face because of my blackness and my attitude. I've had my kids threatened to be, my grandkids anyway, threatened to be put in special education when they clearly didn't need it. I understand that the black family is the foundation of our society and our community. I tried Pan-Africanism. I still got a little bit of that in me. So I understand where he's coming from. But his personal life, like the personal lives of a lot of people who talking shit about him, his personal life, it's got some questions that need answers. But who are we to judge? So when people sitting up here piling on, that shit get under my skin a little bit. It really does. I don't like that. And I think it's time for us to leave that shit alone when it comes to that part of it. You know. Mr. Burton, I hope that Dr. Umar accepts your offer. I really do. I hope he get on the phone with you and y'all talk and y'all meet and y'all make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people gave that man a lot of money in hopes that he will make something happen. And your $40,000 would bail him out, save his reputation, and legitimize all that money that people sent in hopes that he would open that school. Because it's definitely needed. Now, me, myself, I don't send money to people, you know, when they're on internet asking for money. I don't do that shit. I ain't never bought nothing from Tariq. I ain't never sent nobody no money. I just don't do that shit. But I make my contribution my own way by doing my own projects. That's how I do it. I'm right there. I've been boots on the ground before it was a thing. Literally. But I don't care who it is. Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, Yvette Carnell, Professor Black Truth, TBA, O'Shea Duke Jackson. None of them I agree with 100%. I don't even, like I said many times before, I don't even agree with my own self 100%. But I just don't believe in piling on this brother when he clearly defeated and down. Now, there are some people out there, black people, who I don't give a shit about. I wish they'd just, walk off into the sunset. Somebody like a Candace Owens. I got no use for her. She in a little bit of trouble right now. You know what I mean? Get on her ass. You feel me? Get on her ass if you're going to get on somebody. If anybody need to be dragged, it need to be her. Not Dr. Umar. Not like this anyway. I just feel like everybody, you made your fucking point. You won. Time to let it go and move on to other topics and other things that are troubling the black community. Anyway, that's it for now, y'all. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Oh, the piano music in the background, that's my wife. She's practicing. She's a classical pianist, Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I'll catch you on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.